Oh shit, that was close. Oh, you guys didn't see me good. Hey everybody, what's going on? I thought for a second. I know. That's what I was saying. It's always about last minute, man. Okay, so my shower just took a little longer. I'm going to turn off all the fans and stuff because it's loud. But it's also like raining right now and humid. So do the fans bother you? Can you hear them? No. Okay, good. Because I don't really feel like turning them off, to be honest. That's why I had to go take a shower. Okay, so the noise isn't bothering you at all. Good. That's good to know. I guess I should have asked before. That's why I took a shower, because when I took my nap, it's so humid here. It's 14 degrees, but it's raining, and it's just, it's humid. So I hope this has a good rain and it passes, because it's gross. I love the dry heat, but I don't like humidity. I don't know if anybody does. Like, this is why, like, tropical places are so beautiful. And of course I'd want to go visit, but I'd just be sweating my ass off the whole time. And I'm not sure how I would feel about that, because humidity, like, I mean, that's a stupid reason to ruin a beautiful vacation. But oh God, thank God you watched the Monty Python Shadow Files. Did you love it? You did, didn't you? It'll be one of your favorite movies for all your life. Now you have to watch The Life of Brian. That is another funny one. I mean, for some religious people, they'll be very offended, but it's just comedy. You know, it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. They've all got, I ruin it for everybody though. I ruin it. But there's a song and it goes, always look on the bright side of life. I can't whistle. But they're all singing that. So you should watch that one, because that's pretty funny. But yeah, so I took a shower because I was all sweaty and gross. Even the back of my neck with my hair, it was just nasty. So I went in and I washed that all up, and I feel much better now, but yuck, humidity. So good. Hi, Lee. Hi, Deadeye Danny. Hi, Trev. Hi, Ryan. I'll do this. Hi, Cloudy. This was kind of a last minute. I didn't even advertise it. I guess I should. Everything's going well. I'm feeling a lot better. Not just because I got weed, because I did. But there's something I discovered about that. So as I'm doing this, I guess I can share that with you. So I was sober for, I don't know, at least a week. It felt like an eternity. I don't know how people put up with life without being high on something these days. At least a little weed sometimes. But I don't need as much now as I did before, so I'm going to try to keep it at a more manageable level, like not smoke as much. Like I had one bowl when I got home, and so it's been about 3 now. One before I took my nap, and then I took my shower. So I'm doing pretty good. But it's not that I give it up completely, for the fact that it does help me eat and it keeps my nerves calmer. And honestly, is that the right link? I don't think that's the right link. Shit. Oh. Share? Oh, okay, I got it. Copy to clipboard, because the link doesn't look right. It says something live streaming at the end, studio. That ain't the right one. That is. Okay. Shit. I don't know. I'm live now. I'll just post it like that. I'm live now. Nah. I'll have to put that on Telegram, I guess. Did I just stop talking about my weed thing? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Well, it certainly gave me clarity about a lot of things, which was good. Things that I didn't realize how it was affecting me. I was smoking way too much. Even that person was right about the REM sleep thing. You were right. Congratulations. I was wrong. I threw a fit over nothing. What else is new? But, okay, here we go. There. Okay, now I gotta turn this off. It's gonna ding dong. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was just smoking way too much, and it wasn't really doing its job anymore. Anyway, you know what I mean? It wasn't. I wasn't benefiting from it anymore, like I should have. So, is the weed good where you're at? Yeah. I can just walk down the road and go to the weed store. I'm wearing my Barbie shirt today. But yeah, I've lost a shit ton of weight, but I will put it back on. Burned away with all my firepower, I guess. But yeah, it's good. It's good. You can get a whole bunch of different kinds, whatever you're looking for. I stick with the indica strands. And it's nice. Yeah. I started especially years ago. Fasting is really good if you're not saying this is why you're doing it, because it's mostly for health benefits and detox and stuff like that, for just toxins in the blood and shit like that. There's different types of like liver. You could do that kind of detox, or you do like your intestines. You're gonna shit all day. Usually, you shit a lot. So, if you're thinking doing some kind of cleanse, that's usually what that means. You're just gonna shit a lot all day. But the fasting is good for when you try to start weight loss. It helps reset your metabolism. But it's also for spiritual purposes as well. So, hey, Time Watch 5. Hey, Octane Genius. Good to see you. Yeah, indica in the couch. Indica in the couch. I heard a little old lady on the news say that one time, and I thought it was so funny. They were interviewing people about the weed stores opening up, and she was really excited about that. The little old lady. So, pretty good. But yeah, got these little skinny little arms now. It's not so bad. It's not that bad. It'll be okay. We'll put some weight back on. Alkaline water. That's the thing. I was going to tell you this too. I'm going to have to start putting because even with filtering it, oh, thank you very much. Well, I think that I'd like to put more muscle on. I just don't feel as healthy and at where I would like to be. It's not like I have a self-esteem problem or whatever. It's just that if I can tell that I've just lost a lot of muscle mass over the years from struggling with my disorder. Okay. For, like, the stress makes it so that I just won't be hungry. And so, yeah. Thank you. Well, this Barbie thing. Yeah. But thank you. Because, well, for me, see, I brought it up. It's really about when Elena Denon called Megan Rose Barbie. That's what it is. And she is beautiful like Barbie, and that's how I took it. But I don't know if she meant it that way. But I don't know. So now, there was this tarot reader that I saw a few years ago. Her name's Allison Rose. She's pretty funny. Sometimes I watch her sometimes, but not because I believe in this kind of stuff as much, but just because she tells a really good story and a narrative, and she's pretty comical. She used to open up her channel, though, and go, hello, my mentally ill Barbies and traumatized babies. And I used to laugh every single time. But then she stopped doing it. And I don't know why she doesn't do it anymore, because it was freaking funny. So Megan Rose can be equestrian Barbie. I'll be mentally ill Barbie. It's fine. It's fine. Because I do need to talk about my CPTSD and the way that it affects me and the way that it doesn't, you know? But I do find that I feel a lot like it was so difficult feeling the full density of myself and my vessel. I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it. There's so many sensitivities, like even just with my ESP stuff, like just picking up on energies. It's like sometimes my nerves are raw. And yeah, I do the meditation thing and whatever else. Sometimes even just having a nice bath or whatever helps as well. But I don't know. I'll work it out, though. At least I have clarity about, what was going on. And my memory was getting real bad, and I would lose my train of thought a lot. So we'll see. Like, today's the first day that I've had any weed for, I don't know, a week. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. I'm going to have to change my water intake. That's why I started to talk about water. The Brita filter is just not doing it either. I find that, because I'm real fucking thirsty right now, I'm going to get some tea. I find it's just not hydrating me enough. Water's just such shitty quality. It's not like I haven't known that for a while. I just thought it would be okay, and I guess not. So we'll get some bottled water. Yeah. Light on the feet helps you live longer. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go on too many things. What's even worse? It's even worse, Eric. Pellegrino. Oh, well, I mean, how the hell am I supposed to afford that? You must not know my situation. A big Berkeley water filtration? A what? Is that, no. Is it expensive? I don't even know what that is. So we'll have to figure that out. You can get big jugs of spring water. Like the grocery stores and stuff. So can you give us a pep talk? You want to get 400? Yeah. You must be rich. It's good. I had money at one time when I lived in California. I know what it's like to have money, but I definitely don't have money now. And that's okay, because having money and not having money doesn't change a goddamn thing. So, yes, mineral water. That's right. Mineral water is really good. And they have that in the jugs there too. It's got different salts and stuff in it that our bodies need. Like I said, I think it's the damn chlorine. even in the shower. Hang on, I'm gonna get some tea. Yeah, gotta be like water. I was just talking about Bruce Lee the other day. Santos Bonanchi was live, and I was in there, and it's always cool to catch him live. I like watching him. He's funny, and he teaches you a lot too. But the chat was good. The chat was good, so I spent some time in the chat, chatting with people. Hmm. I think mentally ill Barbie's funny. I wonder why she stopped saying it. Well, I think some people were offended by that. I thought it was hilarious. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I always thought like the Brita filters aren't good anyway. I fucking knew that. I'm not stupid. But it was all I could afford at the time, and I don't know a lot about that. Be nice if we could just move somewhere where the water didn't suck. Hey, hey, Tommy, how you doing? Hmm. I can feel things are really changing energetically, though. Man, did they ever turn the freaking bus around on that Donald Trump thing, huh? And all these people that were thinking that he was a savior and all of that are having serious regrets. Hmm. That Q thing and all of that, there's something like, okay, so when I said about earlier about the cabal and why haven't they killed me, you know what? I don't even think it exists like they say it does. It does. There's so much fucking bullshit. There's so much fucking bullshit, you guys. That Q shit was not real. It was a fucking lark. This alliance is an alliance of bullshitters, and they're all fucking supporting each other in their bullshit. Like one great big storyline. It just got way, 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 way too out of fucking control. Everyone's gonna look like a goddamn fool. Well, yeah, there's always an agenda, right? It's for the great destiny of America, waking them up, and it's gonna be fucking painful. Because sometimes you need to learn lessons hard, I guess. Is that what you mean? Time watch? Is that what you mean? Because it's not like I don't know that. But damn. So hopefully, like, because I was thinking like nothing was going to change and all that, but maybe. But there's a lot of things that I just don't believe that have been taken way out of proportion. Way out of proportion. Give us examples of what. Elon Musk is so crazy and crooked. Like I've never liked that guy ever, and I couldn't understand why everybody was worshiping him. Yeah, there's something coming. Maybe war in all kinds of ways. Mm-mm. The other day, what do you mean? What was true, Shelley? I'm okay. I make it through, and I got the help that I needed. Someone helped me that was very gracious to help me, and I was very thankful. Well, I don't know, man. Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's fine. No, I did not have any food by the end of the month. I was hurting, and so I got some. I got it taken care of, and it's okay. So don't worry. Hmm. Um. Well, I mean, I haven't paid attention to much of any of that in quite some time. Especially with like I've never paid attention to politics anyway. But anyway, I can't hardly focus on all. There's too many the chat here. I seen the stupidest. It looked like a square garbage can going down the road. I was like, there was two men on a walk, and I caught up to them a little bit. I said, "Excuse me, sorry to bother you. Like, what is that?" And it was a Tesla truck, and it looks so fucking stupid. I've never seen anything look more stupid in my whole life. The guy looks like he's going to a fucking space battle. What the fuck is he doing driving that? You look dumb. It's like, what is that, sir? They're like, oh. And the guy's like, that's a Tesla truck. I thought it was the fucking Terminator. What a stupid vehicle. And it's gigantic. It looks like a military fucking tank going down the road. Oh my God. So, I don't know. I'm not impressed. Stupid. So fucking stupid. I didn't know what it was. I was staring at it. I thought it was like an experiment. I thought that guy made it in his garage. I thought it was like experimental vehicle that, because you see that sometimes. People will like jimmy up a little golf cart and go down the road. I don't know. I didn't know what that was. That's crazy. But who there? I think that there's a lot of different people. I don't. No, it's. Are you being serious that you think that Trump is awesome? Because like the tariffs and the prices is because of him. That's not because of China. That's because of him. And people are being misled. They think that that's because no. This is because they're passing off all the expenses to the consumer because they don't want to pay it no more. We're paying it now. Price gouging and all that. They're literally parasiting as hard as they can get for as much as they can get. And let me tell you something. When it comes to beings of fire, and especially listen, not all reptilians or lizard-like elementals, they're not aliens, these beings, they're not all the same. When I explained about that team of superheroes, it's not like Batman and Spider-Man like the fucking Avengers. It's kind of like the Galactic Federation. Kind of, I guess. It's like this big group of people that all work together for the betterment of the universe. But this is the thing. I'm really confused because no time ever with these higher celestials that I have encountered, have I ever been told to make up fucking stories, lie, manipulate people, fucking bullshit. I don't know what this is. That is a completely foreign concept. I made a vow, okay? And this might get me, because you could ask me anything, I gotta tell you the truth. Gotta tell you the truth. I promised, and I made a vow with the divine creator, that that's one of the things, is that I cannot lie. But then again, and I have to obey. I have to obey, and I cannot lie. That's the thing about what they say in Islam about angels, which I totally agree, because they would always obey the divine creator. You don't question. Why would you? So, but I knew about them. But there's like the opposite of them. There's just a bunch of shitheads that don't want that. And they don't all look the fucking same. They're not a bunch of lizards running around on spaceships. They all look different. It's just like humans. Some humans are assholes, some aren't. You know what I mean? He's saving our country. No, he's not. No, he is not. He is destroying it. You don't understand that. He took away all kinds of stuff. You guys aren't paying attention. You're being misinformed and lied to. But that's okay because you don't research and you're just taking his word for it. Right? That's how we got here. I was thinking about, did I finish my, about the beings of fire. So, I think the whole point is that they want you to like fight back against it. That's the whole point of it. It's like you push and you push. What are you going to do? 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 That's what they're doing. It's crazy because like where I came from the last time, our consciousness level's at such a height that to think of things even like tarot readers, that shit didn't exist. Even divination didn't exist. Like, what do you mean? You want me to, what do I need that for? Everyone had a connection with source at a totally different level that I'm not sure people even understand. It's so fucking confusing for me. It's been pretty fucking rough, I'll tell you. Like, what? Like, okay. First of all, I remember hearing about in Egypt different royal dynasties. What the fuck are they doing fucking each other? That didn't come from us. No one was doing that back then. There was some type of switch over at some point. I don't know what the fuck happened. I think it really is. This is honest to God. The lowering of consciousness because it seems so fucking stupid to me. This place. This fucking place. Oh. I mean, I guess it's true because it's helped me remember a lot. They're right about the fucking Kali Yuga. You make lots of progress here. When it's good like that, you don't make any progress because you don't have any problems. No struggles to triumph over, really. So I get it. Well, yeah, it is. It's one big giant, I think, Freemasonic humiliation ritual. You're fucking spot on about it. There's, like, why you gotta be like that? Why do you have to be like that? Why are they like that? And then they're sitting there laughing about it. What a fucking bunch of jerks. Like, I'll be right back. I need tea. Who the fuck? Why would you sit around laughing? You know what I mean? Doing this kind of thing. And it is. It's a big world-like humiliation ritual. Shit. Oh my God. I'm just getting so sick of it. No, I know it's a lot to hear. And I know I'm not that great at making friends, but if people would just take the time to listen to what I'm trying to tell them and just do a little bit, look up a link. This is why they took advantage of you. And this is why they think they can. You've got to fight back. All of these salamander, fire type, I don't even like that word reptilian because it makes them sound like some child-eaten rapist, demonic creature. It just has this terrible stigma attached to it now. But like, even the ones that I've met, yeah, they'll be pushy, but they want you to fight them. Even if you fucking lose, it's about the fact that you had the balls to do it. And then they'll leave you. Like, good for you. Even if you lose. So, of course I'm not a Hillary Clinton lover. I don't care about politics at all because it's a total sham. It's a joke. It's a distraction. It's like what they used to do in the Colosseum for the peasants before they were about to revolt. Oh. Calm down now, Shadow Side. Calm down now. Hold on. All right. Well, I finally remember what I was going to tell you. Okay. So, in July 2017 was when I saw that craft in the sky, okay? In August, that's when they told me about the culling. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, but that doesn't mean that it's not still happening and it's not relevant. I'm not trying to scare anybody. We all know. If you do not know, well, you will. You see, I don't think there is two sides. It's all the same side. The higher civilizations do this every time. At least Claudio Nocelli had the balls to say it in his books about the resets that happen every time. That doesn't change. There's a reason why you see our civilizations rise and fall. Yeah. It's not a matter of when. No one... Well, I don't know if... Because, like, I found that initiation thing by chance. I mean, I may have had some help from the spiritual realm, but still, I found it by chance. And I realized on a global scale how we are in this giant school and everyone's part of initiation, whether you know it or not. And when they talk about Masonic rituals, what humiliation rituals, it's this process. There's even a process part of it called crucifixion. Yeah. It's not even on the internet anymore. They wiped it. That's why I knew I had to copy and paste it all down. And they scratch. You can't even find it on the internet anymore. It's gone. Especially in the format that I have it in. And if I didn't read that, I wouldn't have been able to figure this out. Okay. You don't want the ones that come in the spaceships. I'm sorry, you don't. You don't. Even in the Vedas, it says that you want the ones that don't need them, that can materialize in front of you. There's a serious problem. When I heard that message, I couldn't have agreed more about opposing deception. I don't know who they are, but I know they're fucking out there, and we're all waiting for them. I know. There is good out there, but shit, it ain't here yet. We're still in it. I'm not like trying to preach negativity, but you have to see this for what it is, especially with these fucking initiates, because they're not all going to be like me. A lot of them want to prosper at your expense. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You know, I am going to tell you that I don't feel Claudio Nocelli's the same. I don't feel that energy from him, or even if he's a fucking real person. I don't even know if he is at this point. He could be an AI creation. We don't know. I don't think that's true, but I just don't feel it's the same. But still, the higher civilizations, it's not that they're evil. It's just, I don't know if, because, you know, in a lot of ways, when I first talked about this, I know that I'm not the only one that has thought that maybe it might be a good idea. Fuck. I'm so sorry to have to say it out loud, because it doesn't matter. It's not about, oh shit. If you're a piece of shit, you gotta go. And we've all heard about it in different formats, right? Like how what was it about? Someone said, when is the next calling? Well, Claudio Nocelli sounds like a chocolate bar. Yeah. That's pretty funny. You want a Claudio Nocelli? It kind of does. Like a Ferrero Rocher candy or whatever that is, like a Claudio Nocelli. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Just like I thought when Elena Denon said Barbie and Ken, I fucking laughed out loud. And I was like, who the fuck's Ken though? And then I had to go through the comments and then I'm like, oh, it's Ishmael Perez. Who the fuck is that? And you know what? The guy kind of does look like Ken. He does. He looks like G.I. Joe Ken. You know what I mean? He's got my cousin used to have these fucking G.I. Joe dolls that were the size of my Barbie dolls, okay? I don't remember what they were called, but they were like G.I. Joe figures, and they had the camouflage. Some of them had little helmets. He kind of does. He looks like that. He does. And I I had this Barbie that I used electrical tape, and she had these movable arms, okay? And she was a ninja. And I had like that cool face mask on, and I taped up all of her arms. She was a ninja. It was so cool. And so I used to fight my cousin with the dolls. You know, we used to play together when we were young. But yeah, so he kind of does look like Ken. And I didn't take it in a way to be offensive as Barbie. I didn't. She's not stupid. She's pretty, Megan Rose. She's pretty. So, like, and Barbie's also pretty. Equestrian Barbie's really smart. Barbie character is like one of the most successful fictional characters. She's had every job. She's been on the fucking moon. You know what I mean? Do you? I'm not kidding. There were these G.I. Joe. They were probably the same size. My cousin had a shit ton of them. And yeah, Ishmael, he does. He looks like G.I. Joe Ken. Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is Ken, though? I knew exactly who she meant by Barbie. But it was still fucking rude. And then what does she do? Oh, she calls him a mom's basement, forgive me, retard. It wasn't no fucking French faux pas. She changed it to stupid person. Oh, so that's what you think about them? We should fucking know better not to be using that word. I fucking hate that word. And I know I curse and swear, but I fucking hate that word. The N word and that word, I fucking hate that. Anybody comes around saying that around here, you're gone. I fucking hate that. That is so rude. Think about all those people that hurt and broke their damn hearts. Cried to their parents. That's fucking terrible, dirty, disgusting. It's 2020 fucking 5. It wasn't a fucking mistake. That's how I knew she wasn't no fucking ambassador. Who the fuck talks like that? I'm not one either, though. Don't vote for me. Fuck. I'll be like at the fucking podium at like the Star Wars Gala. I'm like, fuck. And everyone's like, oh, don't vote for me. Listen, if you're offended by the F word, you're a baby. And I mean that with the most love and respect, you're a baby. If you don't understand powerful language, do I have to speak like that all the time? No. And do I? No. But I will when I want to. Because I choose to. If you're going to, oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? This is a problem. Because if you are going to judge based on somebody's word usage, and I'm not talking like that is an offensive term, the N word and the F word. No, 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 no. I'm using that in terms of that's not the way an ambassador speaks or behaves. What she did to Megan Rose, she told everybody Valnek was gay and that he left the fucking galaxy and shit. She did this all over her website, all over Telegram, YouTube, everything. A fucking hate campaign to destroy the girl. And that's not what I'm trying to do here. We need to open our eyes to the truth because I used to be a fan of this lady and now I'm really pissed off. Like, I'm sorry if the F word offends you. Which F word, though? What do you mean? The N word and the R word. I'm not saying it again. I'm sorry, but there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And I don't give a fuck David Wilcock is gay. Gay or not, it's irrelevant. The grifting, the scamming, the bullshit, and the insanity is what fucking matters, not the fucking fact that he could be gay. That's none of our goddamn business. Whatever sexuality people are, I don't want to hear none about that either. If you got a problem with how people live their lives, well, that's your fucking problem. You need to mind your own damn business. So, because that has nothing to fucking do with it. No one cares if David Wilcock is gay. No one fucking cares. That is totally irrelevant. Irrelevant. Do you have a girlfriend? Of course I don't have a girlfriend. Do you? Absolutely, probably not. Josh Anthony. I gotta ask this because my sister's wondering. No, I'm not fucking gay. And I don't mean that offensively, because you know what? That's not the first time. But no, I am not gay. I am, but I also don't have a problem with anyone who is. I don't give a shit, like I was saying. And I just think that's totally disgusting that anybody's even talking about it. It's disgusting. Like, focus on the stuff that really fucking matters, not that. That's just, that it's just put me off so much. Like, I don't fucking care about that. And that is really mean. I think the only person that would actually care, it seems like, if David was gay is his dad. And that's really sad if that's the case, because his parents should love him regardless. You know what I mean? And he's expressed that through that angry daddy thing or whatever. And I think that comes from a deeper place. So listen, if he ever hears this, I don't judge you, and I don't fucking care about that at all. I don't fucking care. And it's sad that if his dad doesn't love him, because of that. So yeah, I've totally given up on finding a partner, a husband, whatever. I'm done. Am I the only one in here with a girlfriend? Well, no, that's not the point. Too superficial. Yeah, I know. Well, there isn't really, like, that's the problem. I can't talk about that right now, but I just, well, I mean, I haven't given up. He says, "Hey, Drumans, sorry, I forgot to say hi to you." So if I haven't said hi to you, hi, Josh. Hi, hi, Scott. Did I not say this? Yeah, I know. I know you guys understand. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh my, what questions? It's like I just don't believe in laughing at other people like that. Like, I know it seems like I'm always having a go at Elena, but it's because she fucking betrayed my trust in a huge way. Like, I cannot believe that what I have found out, and I know for a fact it is what it is, because I have experience with this shit too. And that's what I was saying. Why the fuck would anyone tell you to do this? Like, oh, it's a great fucking idea, it'll be good for them. Says fucking who? Like, I know it helped me, and I seem a little bit like a hypocrite, but for real, if you ever want to get to a real age of truth, how the fuck do you ever expect to get there if you ain't telling it? It makes no fucking sense. God, it's been such a shock to be here. I'm not going to lie and say that I like this place, because I fucking hate it here. Cheers. It's not that I want to leave or anything. I just wish this place wasn't such shit. And it is. It's fucking shit. Especially from what it was before. You know? Well, yeah, that's the whole point of it, right? So that people would see how difficult it is to go from dark to light. It's not an easy thing. And that's what these cycles and processes were for. Remember, at one time I came straight out of the chaos. I fucking know. I know where I came from. I know who my mama is. know who my mom is. And she don't play. Because I know it seems like I'm losing my mind, but I'm not. It's weird because it was almost like something happened, especially when I went to the celestial kingdom, like, and I was like, yo, what's going on here? And then they shot me back out. That was, I wanted that to happen though. And I was so fucking impressed. But I don't fucking know if that can happen here. It can't happen right now. Not now. The feeling that I used to feel back then, from all those memories that I remember, from whatever it was, the antediluvian age. Listen, didn't it say that like the divine or spirit separated from us at one time? After a long time? Because at one time it wasn't like that. We were at a totally different consciousness level. I do not know what the fuck's going on here. And who the fuck thought it was a good idea to put me here? It was probably my fucking idea. Kid you not. What level do you want? 3,000. Put it up all the fucking way. Let's go. Learn the hard way, fucking Lacey. Well, it just doesn't make any sense. And like I said, from all of these beings that I've encountered, look, like I know for a fact that it's both sides are similar, but they have different ideas and ways of doing things. The elemental kingdom is all the fucking time fighting amongst each other because they have different standpoints and perspectives where they see about life, different ideals, different ways of life that don't necessarily coincide with others. Like, yes, the fire beings can be a little bit pushy, and I'm not talking about all of them because some things that I've heard about them is fucking rank. And you know what? But in the spirit realm, when I've gone on missions, like, you know, I don't like to talk about this because, you know, but I've had to exterminate some things in my time. And the beings that have helped me have also been of a salamander reptilian nature. And they're very good at that. But it's almost like sometimes you need that firepower to take out a more aggressive enemy. So, I mean, reptilian racism pisses me off so much. And just because of the stigma of it now, you know? Hello, nerd face. I wish more people with cool names came in so I could say them out loud. Welcome to the chat, nerd face. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, there are some Masons that aren't a problem. Some Masons are just going to the lodge, hanging out, chit-chatting about whatever, and going to play golf on the weekends. And that's what lots of people have come in and said. Like, hey, like my uncle's a Mason, but I swear he just goes and plays golf on the weekend. Like, he's not part a global takeover of the earth. Well, yeah. You don't know? It's unfortunate. But just like with the elemental kingdoms all fighting within themselves, so are the secret societies. And that's also so stupid. And I mean, one part of it is kind of being pushed out, but then it's just being replaced with something else, which just pisses me off just the same. Yeah. The calling isn't going to be done by any kind of being that comes up out of the earth like I thought. No. It's going to be done by the same people that were in that fucking ship. I've tried to tell people this before. I am Canadian. I live in Canada. Well, that's the thing. No. The Luciferians don't always win. They think they're gonna. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, that's the thing, huh? I just do not think that there are these things that they talk about. The cabal isn't what they say it is. This dark fleet isn't what they say it is. It's a lie. I watched Elena, when asked about the jabs, go, oh, not my problem. They take it, not my problem. Oh. Yes, she fucking did. Yes, she fucking did. Here I was all over Telegram warning people about that shit. These people want this. It makes their lives easier. That's why Corey Good used to talk about the calling too. They know. At least Claudio had the balls to tell everybody. Yeah, but still, it's... To be honest, I don't think they know what to do with me, which is, to be fair, I'm grateful. Because I don't want to have to Wreck-It Ralph the whole place. I don't. I don't want it to have to come with what happened last time either. Because you guys, someone shot me out of the sky. I know it was these higher beings. I fucking know it was. They shot me out of the sky. And I fell into the ocean and died in my last life, okay? So... it wasn't because I was evil. Our civilization changed over a long fucking time. It didn't happen overnight. Just like it happens here, the cycles and the ages come and go. And so I suppose as I watched it change, I fucking went crazy then too. In a way, it's not that what I say can't be relied upon, because everything that comes out of my mouth is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. But sometimes I may come and go in like the tides. It's been a lot on me, and I tried to reach out so that I could get as much information out before it was too late, before I was able to express it and articulate myself enough so that this stuff isn't lost. And like I was saying, there was a time, I don't know, how do I express that? If this is us now, there was a time when spirit was with us like this, or like this, something more. I can't explain it. And then it was separated. And so I'm thinking and feeling it, that the realms must cross over at some point. Kind of like I said, the thing about it is you don't ever want to be like, do you remember in Indiana Jones when that lady's like, I want to know everything, tell me everything? Oh fuck, that was a bad idea. I knew she was going to blow up. I mean, I didn't know they were going to shoot her off into another dimension like that, but she blew up. That's a fucking bad idea. Well, see, that's what the energy's pushing through, right? Like, people are just really fed up. I think they're really starting to see, like, I mean, I've seen a video where Walmart's actually showing how much the prices are going up, like by $10 sometimes. And it's like, I feel like they're just pushing and pushing and pushing. It's not like they want... Tricky motherfuckers. Fuck them. I'm so sick of it. We all are. And I don't know, do they want us to punch them in the face collectively or what? I don't know. Yeah, nobody's got time for it. Nobody's got time for it. You're right, Dommy. You're right. They don't. So, I don't know. Yeah, I know. I know. They always give off this, oh, and that's why people complain about my energy. There's been so many people fucking around. I'm not gonna say I'm like the friendliest, best person. I'm not saying I'm like Jesus Christ or anything. God, when have I ever fucking said that ever? You know? Never. But I mean, like, I'm trying my best over here. And I mean, I know that a lot of people have suffered. Is just I have been in a rough place for such a long time. I think that that was done on purpose to keep me from reaching my highest potential, because I could have already turned into something like the Avatar, the last fucking airbender. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if you laugh at me for that. I don't care if that sounds fucking delusional. They're showing us that shit for a reason. It's not just to stick it into your consciousness. But the good side always shows up at the last fucking minute too. It does. The last second when you think it's not going to. Do you remember that scene in Lord of the Rings when the fucking elves show up or whatever, and that you think that they're not gonna? Like that. You think all hope is lost, you're gonna win that, you're gonna fucking lose that war? That's when it happens. Right at the last minute. Well, I mean, okay, so this is going to take a lot. It's not something that you can just wake up and have, because it's such an extremely powerful responsibility. You can't be like Hancock. You have to be responsible with it. And that's why it's such a big fucking deal. And a lot of people, they don't understand. It's totally illogical for a flash of the sun to go off and everybody get this happening to them at once. It would be total chaos. It doesn't happen like that. This is a mental, emotional, and physical thing, that it's a process. And I mean, it is literally combining spirit with matter. So like I told you, at one time it was different. I could shapeshift, I could turn into whatever I fucking wanted, I could turn into a giant golden dragon, which is the expression of the immortal divine self. But now it's not like I can't do this now, clearly. But at one time you can. You can. It is possible. Yeah, I know. They're showing you because you already know. I know. I know. Well, I said in my book that I was one of the seven. Okay. In my last life, I was. It would, fuck. Sometimes, though, when you disagree, they will kick you out. So I know this is complicated because it's a lot. And I'm wondering how far I can push before they do try to kill me. The other side. You see what I'm saying? Like in a very real way. So, I mean, I've really pushed it. And I'm like, I don't want that. But this is all just a bit much. Like, I've never seen any royalty. Even like with Beyonce and her alien superstar bullshit. Come on now. You guys gotta stop playing around. This is embarrassing. You ain't it. I don't know. It's like they've totally upside down world it and given it this totally illusionary thing where these motherfuckers think they're gods. And I think that is insane. Like as if you think that. Do you know how big of a deal this is? You can't just give these things to just fucking anybody. Oh my Jesus. Oh my God. I'm just thinking about what David Wilcock would do with his superpowers. Fucking shit. The thing about it is, that's why being the Avatar, like in the Last Airbender or whatever, that's why it's such a huge responsibility, and you're chosen for that. No one, no one fucking names you that. No one can initiate you in that. No, no, no. That is something that comes between you and the divine creator. I think they've been killing people like me for a long fucking time. A long time. And I don't understand it. Like, don't even these fucking idiots want to be rescued from themselves? Aren't you tired? Aren't you fucking tired? Aren't you tired of the fucking density here? It sucks, huh? Because no matter how much fucking money you get, no matter how much fucking fame you get, it doesn't change a fucking thing, does it? But I don't know. It's like in their fucking minds. They go, well, maybe I'll just do a little bit more. Maybe I'll just do a little bit more. It's like a fucking drug addict, like me. I thought that smoking weed. Oh, maybe if I'll fix my fucking problem. So I can totally relate. But you're insane. Yeah, just like me in a way. Just like me in a little bit. That's why this has happened. This is why I just don't give a fuck anymore. It's not like I've had a psychotic break or anything. That's totally different. But I definitely, oh my God, go to Mars. No, you know what? Like I said that before, like Elon Musk and all these people, if you guys really want this, why don't you all go to Mars yourselves? Why don't you just fly there? Take all those people with you. Elena can go with you. I know she likes you, Elon. So why don't you take her? Go, all those people, all you people that want to be like that, you can all show off to each other. You can all write books for each other. You can all fucking bullshit each other and tell each other that you're in secret space programs and shit. Why don't you just go? And then don't come back and leave us the fuck alone. Because there's nothing heroic, triumphant, strong about the oppression of other people. Fooling people, lying to people, fucking around. That just makes you look like a damn fool. You're a fool. You're a fake and a fraud. And it's disgusting. How is this fulfilling? Like, yeah, I'm sitting on my fucking living room floor. I got a couch. I don't want to sit on it. But still, the isolation was a good thing, though. The isolation was a really good thing. I mean, for the most part. Still, I benefited from it because other people cannot help you with this. You can have assistance along the way. Listen, these people that are saying you got to become one with God to become a God, that's bullshit. You're the fucking horse and the rider is the divine creator. Always. You are the horse. You obey. Are you crazy? That's the fucking demiurge that thinks it's God. But you don't know where that fucking came from, huh? That's because it was all alone and it didn't know. You guys don't know enough about this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be so harsh and mean. How do you access it? Jeez. Listen, if you are offended by the F word, you are a child. You need to grow up. Powerful language requires powerful words. I'm a being of fire. Come on now. Stop being such a fucking baby. Stop being a baby. You know, people don't like to hear it. Stop being a baby, though. Grow up. Like, are you a grown man? It doesn't make you any. It's a form of energy. Don't you understand? This is so immature and silly. You are silly. I know, I'm terrible at making friends. Yeah. But I don't want to be rich or famous because I realize that worldly things don't satisfy me. I know, that's what it means by I'm in this world, but not of it. Yeah. I know. This is something that is a very personal mission. There's no handbook. I don't know. I don't know why I was put on this path. I have no fucking idea why me. I don't know. My parents beat me every motherfucking day. I was thrown down the basement stairs. That bitch dragged me around by my fucking hair. And the worst thing about it was the unexpectedness of it. So it was like a demonic attack. Fuck, I'd be standing there and all of a sudden it'd be like, bam, on your goddamn back. And this bitch is dragging you down the fucking hallway. You know what I mean? I suffered horrendously at their hands. I thought I was being punished by God. But I'm going to tell you something. This is the message that I got from the divine. Sometimes just listen, sometimes when you want to be something, the divine goes, okay, but I don't know if you understand what it takes to get there. And I saw on an anvil me as a sword being tempered into creation. Okay? I'm going to do my best with you to try to explain this. So the sword on the anvil, and the process with the divine is like, like my dear, this is going to be difficult, but you asked me to turn you into something. And in order for me to do that, we're going to have to go through this. There's something with the trauma that wakes it up. I don't know why. There's a movie. Hang on. I'm going to stop pounding the sword right now. There's a movie, and it's one of the worst movies. And so if you cannot handle horror, you definitely cannot handle being a superhero. So it's called Martyrs, and it's symbolically showing you what this life does to you. That's what they're trying to do to us. At the end, the girl doesn't even have no skin. And it's literally, they're gonna, that because they want the divine to manifest again. They want that. They want that. There's nothing they want more than the divine to manifest again on the earth. I promise you that. So the divine has been tempering me as a sword, and you go back into the fire, and then they cools you off in the water for a little bit, but then you got to come back out, and you go through this process over and over and over until you are the creation that you were meant to be. And that's what happened with me. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't going to understand that. They think that I live in a fantasy land because I went through that and I had to make this up for survival. They're not going to understand. They're not smart enough, and they're not educated both in the heart, mind, and soul. They're just not. And so they're not going to get it, but that's why it'll never be them. But if you want it to be you, the first step is that you've got to believe it. No matter how it happens, I've always believed it ever since I was a kid. Didn't know how it was going to happen. I knew those superheroes were out there. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know what they looked like, but I knew they were out there. And I never lost faith, ever. I knew. But it may not be like we think it is. And I'm sorry about that. Like if it comes down to if I was to get on a fucking spaceship and fucking Oprah and Gail and Katy Perry and Lady Gaga and Beyonce were there, I'd shoot myself out the goddamn airlock. There's no way I'm going with them. So, well, yeah, that's the point of it. That's the point of it. You have to survive hell in a way. I went through all fucking 7 levels of hell. That's why I look like this. It's okay. You don't believe, but it just means it's not you. It's not for you, and it won't be in this lifetime. And until it is one day for you to evolve in this kind of a way. People don't understand. They like to laugh and they like to poke fun because it'll never be them. These are the same losers that will always be losers. But that's because they choose to be. I think I just feel unhealthy, CJ. Thank you. It's not that I have a self-esteem issue. It's just that I don't feel as healthy as I used to be. I used to be a bigger girl. You know what I mean? I was healthier. I had more muscle mass. So it's just, it just doesn't feel the best. That's all. Oh my God. Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not getting on the goddamn spaceship with her either. No, Megan, whatever. I don't even know. I seen that once and I thought that was so fucking stupid. They didn't even go. They didn't even go into the upper. No, they were just in the highest upper atmosphere where fucking, where you can float. Gravity, whatever. That's all they fucking did. So stupid. Katy Perry looked like she's on you see her fucking big her goddamn eyes are? Oh my Jesus, help us all. Let all the avatars come back, fuck. Every bodhisattva or whatever, come back, please, please, please. Oh. I think they're gonna. I think so. I don't know what the fuck we talked about in that castle, but I was there on serious business. So I don't think they would have let me in if it wasn't for good reason. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not about the way they look. They're just so all fucking crazy and ridiculous, as if they did this and thought they were better than us for it. Fuck you. Damn. You're gonna love one person, or you're gonna love all of humanity. I choose all of humanity. Yep. Sometimes the sacrifices are really hard, but it's okay. And that's what a lot of people are not willing to do. You cannot pretend to be this, you can't fake this. And so many people fucking are, and I've had enough. How embarrassing. Disgraceful. And that's why they let me in the damn castle up there. I'm so fucking mad. I mean, I'm dealing with it now because we talked about it, and I just don't feel that same kind of way because I know they are going to show up, but you don't want the fucking ones in the goddamn spaceships. You want the ones that don't need them. The Vedas say that everywhere you look, if you're really looking, the alien thing is not a good thing. When people are saying the aliens aren't your fucking friends, they mean it because they're part of the goddamn culling. I know it. And it's both sides. They can't deal with the bullshit. They're not gonna. So if you don't fucking rise to meet them, look, one time it's gonna be gone. And I don't give a shit if people don't like to hear it. I don't care. So I don't care at all. That's the problem. Ignorance. That they do no studying. They don't know what they're fucking talking about half the time. And I just want to live some of my life that, like, where I can actually enjoy it. Like, I don't support a Cullen. I support stop your fucking bullshit. Stop your stupid, deceptive, dumbass showing off for each other ways. You're dumb. Fucking embarrassing. Bunch of goddamn fools acting up. I'll be right back. But I don't know how much longer it's going to go on for anyway. What? Why do they try stealing your energy all the time? What is it that you have and they want? Well, it's because they'd like to be this and they can't. You see what I'm saying? They'd like to be it and they can't, so they got to fake it. And I don't know how that's satisfying in any way anyway. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't have any money. I don't give a fuck that hardly anybody listens to me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change who I am and what I've been created into through the divine. Whatever name you wish to associate it by. It doesn't matter. As long as you got the right energy, frequency, and vibration about it. It's almost like a radio, right? You got to turn the signal to get that station. That's what you got to do. It's the same thing with prayer, really. If you match that, then you're going to be heard. That's why it says genuine, heartfelt prayers are heard. When I knelt down that night, and you know what, I'm going to tell you right now, I started smoking a little bit again. Cigarettes. I know. That's another thing, though. I have a feeling that there is a little bit of a game. I've known for a while, because you have to take care of your temple. One of the things is the breath and the lungs, and I'm aware of this, so I'm really trying not to, but I'm not going to lie to you and say that I don't want a cigarette right now, because I do. But they do it because they can't sustain it for themselves. It's something like, when you are truly, I know, but it's because I burn myself out and I use my power too much. And sometimes my fire burns too hot, so it burns through my vessel. My soul is a little bit strong for my body, but we're trying to fix it. Okay? It does, like, okay, so I have a difficult time. Yeah, I know. A cigarette every now and then. I seen Santos smoke a cigarette the other day, and I was like, phew. But I'm not going to, because I can't smoke in my apartment. I go out on the balcony. Well, the ones that I get, the ones that I get are from the native reserve. A fella came in and told me before, a native fella. And he was like, yeah, those ones were better. It's in alive, just like this. And it's true. They are better. I mean, it's not like, I'm not advocating for smoking or anything, but it's like tobacco from the native reserve. Yeah. So, but that's the thing, though. It is hard to love humanity. Through me being alone and separated from my family, though, humanity became my family. Doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, what religion you belong to, you're my family. And it happened this way. I know it seems, and I know because, listen, I'm not the easiest person to get along with, because I'll feel everything. If you lie to me, I'll feel it. If you're telling me, oh, we can just be friends, but you secretly want to F me, I'm going to know. And so that's another thing with these higher dimensionals. Anything you think, they're going to know. So you have to get your thoughts right. If you're walking around thinking everyone's ugly and scary looking, do you think that they're going to want to fucking talk to you? No. You can't go around lusting for somebody's partner either. They'll punch you out. Don't worry about the husband. The female will. That's why I held back telling people this stuff, because for so long I doubted myself because of these bullshitters. Because yes, there were things that we had in common, but what they were doing, I was like, what the fuck is going on? What are they doing? And so it pushed me to go and figure it out. And I was like, oh, when I figured it out, I was like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to love. It is hard. It's hard to love humanity. But you got to even be able to forgive and love the goddamn demons. Yes. Yes. What do you think that story about Jesus was for? People didn't learn nothing. He was a teacher. Yeah. Come on now. Why didn't you learn nothing? That's the power of unconditional love and forgiveness. You don't get it, do you? I know how these people, these cabal, dark type people, got to be the way that they are. There's a black hole inside of them. And no matter what they fucking put in it, it never heals. And it just keeps sucking and needs more and more parasite, more and more and more and more. And it will be never ending. You do not know how to heal that, do you? Why do you think the great Buddha slapped his hand down on the Monkey King for 500 fucking years? People don't get it. I don't know why. I don't know why me? Why me? I don't fucking know. I don't know. But ever since I was a kid, I've been praying that there would be this intervention point where we wipe all this evil right the fuck off the earth. But I don't want it to be out of violence. The Avatar was the changer of hearts and minds. You can only do that by being your truest, highest self. These people acted like they were, and you fucking weren't. It doesn't matter if I say the F word or not. They have been faking it. A fake persona. A lot of them with this love and life fucking attitude bullshit. I know that this isn't going to reach everybody. I have to be able to adjust so that I can reach more people. Well, of course, and this is the thing. In Santos's chat, I saw this fella talk about the 108, and I know about the 108. So I said, greetings. I said, namaste on the 108. Hope to see you next time, on the Great Wheel. And Santos actually read it. We all know. That's why I made that tribute to the Avatar. Legends don't die. We just get reborn. And I've always known that. And it's not an arrogant thing. I just knew that I knew. Because when my parents were beating me, I knew why. My mother hated herself. She had terrible self-esteem. When she dropped a spoon on the floor, she called herself a stupid bitch. I never fucking talked to myself like that. I'm so grateful to be who I am. I fought through hell to get here. And I love the shit out of myself. But I don't think I'm better than you or anybody else, regardless of how I speak. I don't think that I'm better than Elena. I feel sad for her that she felt that this was what she had to do. It must suck to not be loved for who you really are. Right? Right? I know Claudio feels it. I know he does. That man is a fucking brilliant man. Gorgeous and brilliant. Damn. And it must fucking suck because he's an extraordinarily spiritual, powerful fella. It must fucking suck. That's why he looks sad sometimes, I feel like. Damn, boy, why'd you do it? He must have had to. Maybe I'm in denial, but that's my feeling on that. Because Elena is totally different feeling. She did that because she likes to be in that kind of position of power. That's what Ishmael Perez was talking about when he said she died. She did change, but that's what it was. It was the egoic lower self. It'll make you think you're supposed to be a god and all this shit. This is why David Wilcock thinks this way. As if he thinks he's talking to Archangel Michael. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're having a fucking go with him. Even if it was, higher dimensionals would never, ever, even if the urine baths worked, they'd say, listen, for your own protection, because people are not going to understand, don't fucking tell people. Don't tell people, David. They did that to make him look like a goddamn fool. I warned that guy so many fucking times that was not Archangel Michael. Whatever that was, did not have his best interests at heart, nor did it give a shit about the rest of us. Unless it comes down to being that Rudolf Steiner, Michaelic initiation shit. Because I know he knows about this shit too. David Wilcock's a little shit. Terrified of Stephen Cambion. Good. And Jay Widener goes, if you punch David Wilcock, he'd be on the floor crying like a baby. If Stephen Gambit punched David Wilcock, he'd be on the fucking floor crying like a baby. Yes, he would. Corey Good might put up a fight, but David Wilcock be crying like a fucking baby. I feel bad for him to a degree, but that guy's losing his mind in a very big way. And it's fucking sad to see, because this energy can drive you insane. It will make you, especially your egoic self. I remember a time when I struggled with, I'm a god. No, I'm fucking not. You know what I mean? Like I said, you are the horse, and the divine is always the rider. Always. Always. You must obey. And it's not about oppression. It's not about that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, damn. It's not about any one religion either. It all has a similar message in it anyway. But it was all for a reason. I know. I really would like to help make this place better. I know that I may not have superpowers like I did before. And that's because they're, for the most part, used for violence. Do we really want that? I don't. Like, I don't know how they're not fucking tired, like I said, because I'm fucking tired. Not too tired to kick your ass, though. So. Are you attracted or feel connected to religious art? Sometimes. You know, you can appreciate beauty in all things. I always say that that's what human beings are to me. Everyone's a canvas, and you've all been painted into a piece of art by the divine creator. And I can appreciate all of you equally in your own way. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the easiest person to get along with. And I do realize that my isolation has been difficult, but I wouldn't be who I am and be able to speak to you this way or know the things that I do and have this been awakened in me if not. So I can't say like what this forced evolution type of thing, like it's almost like they cause you so much pain and suffering that it has no choice but to emerge, not only as a self survival thing. I don't know. Because, like, it was bad. But it sucks that people are going to think that I live in some type of fantasy land. It's the only reason why that is because we just have people not teaching properly. If we had of, we would have gotten to the place where we want to be anyway much sooner. Which I don't think they realize that. Yeah, we have to learn pain in order to feel our mistakes. I agree, Drumans. Yeah, and you know, like, you got to be careful. I'm being honest. Like, this has pushed me far, but I'm not gone. There are times when it will wax and wane. The lower self of me, or the Asura, is quite strong. I'm not gonna lie, and I've warned people before that you shouldn't come looking for me in the spirit realm because it's just, it's been such a turbulent time, you know, even in my birth chart. Like, shit, I don't have WhatsApp, but if I did, I could have sent Santos Bonanchi my birth chart. And he was going to do like pick 5. And, you know, maybe I would have been lucky enough to be picked just by the chance of fate because I've always wanted him to do that for me. But even in my birth chart, it states that I could either save the world or fucking destroy it. And it's just full of fire. It's hilarious. Like, there are things that, because it's strange, because I did not have a close relationship with my family. But that doesn't mean that I don't have strong family values and know the meaning that family does not mean just blood. You see that it is behavior. It is an action. It is a promise between souls. That is family. So in a way, like, I was confused about that part of my birth chart, but it is right in some sense, but I definitely have a problem. I'm almost a little bit like a wild animal when it comes to human connections. So, and a lot of this is what the Asura will represent. I mean, it's not like this imaginary thing. Somehow it manifested on the outside of me. All those thoughts and feelings had to go somewhere, I guess. And that's what I mean. It builds it up in energy. So I do realize in a way that it is a parallel self of me. The Asura is not some entity that's come from another dimension. It's me. And I knew that. If you watch that story of when I thought I saw the alien, because I know it's not an alien now, but the a being of unknown origin in my room, if you watch this, that's one of the first things I fucking say. When I saw him, I was like, shit, is that me? Like, is that me? It was so familiar. Like, I knew, but it is me from another parallel place, like a copy, a doppelganger of yourself. Yeah. That's your lower self, but there's also a higher self. And when I was in that state, I could feel it. It was the time when that girl was like, oh, if you're so powerful, why don't you pick me up and bring me over there? And I knew she was testing me. She came at me with attitude. She projected the energy like it was real, but I still knew she was testing me. So I said, okay, instead of reacting, I'm just going to fulfill her request. So I flew up to her. I picked her up. I flew to the side and I put her back down. But that's the thing. It's strange because in that state, I don't know, it's a little bit robot-like. Like, I don't know. Your emotions, there's something with the emotional body of it. And it's not that I would obey in a way where if I was told to do something wrong or unjust or whatever, it's not about that. But I can't explain it. When you're in your Deva higher self, you're plugged into something almost like having a military thing that they're giving you direction, but it's coming from the divine directly. An inner calm, a balance. You're completely balanced. It's a strange feeling for me. It's not that I can't go there and I haven't been there, even where I am now. I can get control. It's taken me a long time, but how bizarre that was. Good in a good way. It's not bad. It's just like you could totally link up with other people in that type of frequency. And you know how you ever see like a group attack where it's like brr, brr, like you would be able to do this, link your consciousness to be able. It's a strange feeling, but I'm saying that this is in the spirit body, right? Like I was asleep when that girl said that to me. So my elemental spiritual body went somewhere else. And I was with that girl, that blonde girl that I talked about. And she reminds me of Usagi. So now I call her Usa. I'm not saying it's actually fucking Sailor Moon. She just reminds me of her. No, you don't want to get rid of your lower self. You need to work together. You need to work together. It's the only way. You can't get rid of it. You fucking need it. It needs to keep your ass in check. That's what it's for. The Asura is not bad. It will give you a nasty taste of your own medicine sometimes, even your own self. But sometimes it will do it to other people. But that's why, and it's not like I'm not taking responsibility for it, because I am. But like I said, I'm sorry I'm not able to pay attention to the chat too much. Intercom with a disconnect. Yeah, but a disconnect in like not a bad way, Darter. Yeah. I'm 56 and I've been pursued by this since I was 7 years old. Pursued by what? Like this calling? Because it's not like any one person, right? We're all, a bunch of us, supposed to achieve this, right? They can't get us all, right? So it's not like I'm saying I'm going to be the only one. Like, that's why it was so weird when David Wilcock was like, "Oh, I'm just going to be the first one to get the fucking superpowers." Like, seriously, I heard him, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. Maybe he said one of the first ones, but yeah, I think he thinks he's going to be part of some little exclusive group or something. So it's out of control with him. The energy, if you don't learn how to manage it, and he hasn't, if he really fucking thinks that's Archangel Michael, damn, he's got a big problem, because it is not. It is not. Yeah, if you guys could hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. If you're watching, if you'd hit the like button, that helps get my content heard and seen. I'm going to have to consider starting to maybe branch out onto other platforms. Like, well, I might have to use all the gifts the divine gave me. It's not like I'm going to do any dirty ass photo shoots or anything, but I was thinking about maybe starting to post my photos, my photo shoots, like, or maybe just little video reels or whatever for advertisement for the channel, shit. I don't even really want to, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that I ever wanted to do. That's why I've always been reluctant about that, because doing those photo shoots was more about proving to myself and to the people like my asshole of an adopted mom that I could do something like that. So, it was really bad. Like, that woman hated herself, and she took a lot of it out on me. All right. But I knew this about her. I was sent to them to show them how to unconditionally love, and she royally fucked that up. But I did not lose that. It's just now it's extremely difficult when it comes to other people. It wasn't just my parents. I was re-victimized because I didn't know how to deal with the world. I went into a group home, and then I was naive. I didn't think it was going to be as it was. And unfortunately, I couldn't tell who cared about me and who didn't, because my parents had not even the ability to love themselves. Okay. And this is a sad thing. This is a very sad thing. What happened? I'm not, like, I've forgiven them to a point, to the best of my ability, right? But the thing about it is that you've got to change. And I never ever saw changes. So I eventually, like, my dad called me a demon because I told him I saw the Asura. I thought I saw an alien in my room, and I just had it with that. So, but they had a lot of pain and darkness in them, and it just unfortunately spilled over into my cup, symbolically. So it's not like I don't know that about them. There also was a learning opportunity and lesson, in that for all who were involved. But the most important thing is that it did what it was supposed to. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not going to understand that. It's almost like dark and light. You're not going to look one way or another. Like the sun and the moon, you're going to be different. And I think people's expectations of, what the... well, that's what it was saying in the Initiates the Flame. You can normally feel it. And I started to feel something was off with Elena. And I know other people could feel it too. And that's what it meant. The Initiates of the Flame, about, have you felt people that were charming, but then you could feel something wasn't right? Well, I felt something wasn't right. And I was fucking right. I was right. I'm just sorry it took me so fucking long to figure it out. So I am going to take a cigarette break, but I'm also going to recalibrate my thoughts. And people think that I don't do any meditation, but I do. I know. Like with dark and light and combined, though, you can't get rid of one and not have the other. You have to have both. And sometimes what happens is the greater the light, the bigger its shadow, unfortunately. Um, but if I didn't learn from that, I wouldn't have been able to emerge out of it. You know, my energy can seem powerful, but I'm not dangerous, not dangerous. But like I said, I don't fuck around. When you fuck around, you're gonna find out. I warned people about the spiritual realm stuff, and I don't know, because I know last night there was some stuff going on. There's some stuff going on in the spirit realm for sure. Mm, but it's good. It's good. We're gonna work it out. This is why self-love is so important, because you will end up hurting others to cope with your own pain. Well, in some cases, yes. I think even now, after I experienced that horrible twin flame, abusive, narcissistic, torturous thing that went on, mm, whenever I feel romantic feelings in any way, there's something that activates inside of me that makes it feel like danger now. And it activates my defense system, unfortunately. And that's what the Asura is. This is why it's dangerous in the spirit realm. If you come with the wrong intentions, I'm going to feel it. And unfortunately, what happens is sometimes when I feel fear, I will turn into something worse to scare that fear away. It's not only a psychological thing, it reflects in the spirit realm. Even the people in the blue suits have had a hard time with me because I wasn't doing shit on purpose. I really do have a traumatized heart, mind, and soul. That's why I was always at the spirit hospital. They were trying to fucking prevent it. Unfortunately, it's just gotten so much now that there's only so much they can do. They are very fucking busy trying to make sure that people aren't offing themselves every god. I don't want to curse in that kind. I don't offend people in that way. But for fuck's sake. CJ, I forgot what we were talking about. What do you mean, really? I will remember. Just remind me. Did I say hi, Gold King? Hello. I forgot to greet you. I think I thought about it 3 times, but I don't know if I said it out loud. Thank you for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. So just explain to me what you mean, really, and then I will address your pain. Oh, fuck. I will address your question. Ugh, my skinny fucking neck is getting on my nerves. Yeah. Ugh. That's what I don't like when I get too skinny and like my shit sticks out. Like my fucking, what's this? Clavicle. Ooh, or like that. Oh, God, I don't like that. It just because it makes me feel like, yucky. How you been doing? Good to see you. Well, I've been doing all right. I'm clearly making leaps and bounds through my initiation. That's for fucking sure. But I've been doing good. I hope you're doing good. Um, yeah, but what do you mean, really, though, CJ? You mean about the Asura? Yeah, yeah. And it'll still happen sometimes when I feel threatened or I'm afraid, and I'll self sabotage. It's a stress disorder, right? So, like, for instance, Marvin kept running away, right? And I've sent 5 letters to the office here and asked them to fix my fence. I talked to the landlady on my phone here. I got the text messages, right? But I talked to her in person, and she said, "Yeah, we're gonna have your fence fixed." Man, weeks keep going by. They didn't do nothing, right? Marvin kept running away. My stress level, it's almost like a meter, right? And then I'm coming inside one day in my door, and they're like, "Yeah, so what's the problem with your fence?" I wrote 5 fucking letters and then on the phone, in person. And I even asked her, I said, are you sure now? Because I don't want to have to write another letter, because I will, and I'll detail exactly what's wrong with it, what needs to be fixed. She said, no, don't worry about it. You guys, that stresses me the fuck out. So I lost it at them. As soon as he was like, what's wrong with your fence? I was like, what? Anyway, they don't want to talk to me no more. Yes, you said that people at the hospital would make sure. Oh, at the spirit hospital. Yeah, in the spiritual realms, what do you think angels are for? They're trying, because this place is rough, but they don't want to be losing souls. They want you to graduate. You know, I've been thinking about ending my story early since I was 9 years old, and I made it this far. I'm never doing it now. So if that ever happens, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I would never. I've been thinking about it since I was 9. You think I would have done it by now? Yeah. So don't ever fall for that. If they fucking pull that shit, don't fall for that. I didn't do it. I'd never abandon my cats. I wouldn't leave my stuff to go to the goddamn garbage either. So, listen, I would never end my story early. But, yeah, this is a hard place. There are people doing that every day. They can't take it. Damn, I don't want that. Fuck, you'll just get recycled. You don't want to do this again. Oh, because it gets harder. It gets worse. For you to reach a level 100. That's what it's all about. Like in a video game, reaching level 100, max level, max skills and all that. All your skill bars and things in the video game are 100%. You know what I'm saying? That's what they fucking want here. But and it's this crazy thing. Like they're like, oh well, survival of the fittest. Oh well, if you didn't make it, that's your own fucking fault. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell is wrong with them? How cruel and uncaring and uncompassionate. You need to care about everybody like you care for yourself. What you want for yourself, you should want for everybody. What the hell? You've got to. You definitely don't want to do this shit over again. You want to make the most of it. This is why they say life is a gift, especially to be in here. Trust me, I know what it's like. I've been through it. They beat me every fucking day. They took away food. I had no lunch or breakfast at school. That bitch stopped taking care of me. By the time I was 7 years old, I had nothing done. There was no school lunches, no school supplies, nothing. The school had to threaten them to get me glasses because I couldn't fucking see, or they said they'd call social services and shit. Yeah, it's crazy. I used to think sometimes, are these people demons? They're not. They're not. They're not reptilian shape-shifting creatures either. They're just evil motherfuckers. They made a choice to be like that because it makes them feel better about themselves about it, apparently. Anyway, I'm at a T. So what's the end game all about, do you think? Hey, Michael, thank you. Thank you for digging it. I was holding it back for so long. I didn't know you guys would like me like this. That's why I said to the higher realms, I was like, are you fucking sure that you guys want me to be my full self? Yeah, they did. Tell the truth, be yourself. That's what they told me before. That's why I was so goddamn confused, and I'm sorry about my language if it's offensive to you or anyone. Thank you. Well, it's real, isn't it? And isn't that what we all need and want? And we should expect from each other, right? Like I said, what I want for me, I want for all. All, the whole world, everybody in it. Liberty and freedom in this way, in a spiritual and material sense. Fuck this place. You know what I mean? Even if the divine gives me 24 hours you best believe I'm going to make use of it, but you guys need to stay the fuck inside. If that ever happens, just stay the fuck inside. That's what I told the cops too. I was like, you know what you do? You just stay home or you protect the citizens, but you don't get in the way of people like us, because it ain't going to go well. I'm not going to be violent and be taking people out left and right. That's not about it. But if you fucking shoot me, I have to take that goddamn bullet out. We'll be immortal then. I'm going to be pissed off. And I'll put you back in your goddamn cop car and just make your car spin for like a fucking hour and leave you there. There's going to be so much puke everywhere. So you just stay home and stay out of the way. And now I'm going to have a cigarette. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. See, I'm not going to light it up here though. But for real, like, people don't really get it. That at one time, where do you really think people made those fucking incredible buildings with chisels and hammers and sandpaper? For real? At the higher civilization at one time was here with us. You see? So, I don't know. I don't know. I know. I know. It's not that I'm violent or by nature, I've never hurt anyone ever. And even when I tell the doctors about how I envision things, they're like, actually, that's really fucking healthy. And I'm like, I know it is. Even just mentally, you know? I understand why people think, oh, this is how she dealt with it. Well, if that's what you want to believe, that's what it'll be for you, right? But this isn't like when they say it's very difficult. It is. And trust me, there were points where I said the people in the blue, he wasn't in the blue suit. See, it was so fucking bad that they had to approach me as animals because my connection with human beings was so fucking bad that they had to approach me shapeshifted into animals. You'll see this too. They can shapeshift into whatever they want. This is why I talk about animals that I like, the lion lady and the Black Panther. The one I seen, she was when I was young, and even then I did not have a good relationship with human beings by that point. And I was really fucking young when I had that dream about the Black Panther. And I said, hey, I want to be free like you. And she turned around and telepathically told me, and she goes, one day you will be free like me. And then ran off into the fucking woods, man. I woke up bawling my eyes out. We sat there talking about everything. Like I said, I'll remember the beginning and the end, but nothing about the in between. But I remember we talked about just about everything you could talk about telepathically. Of course, her mouth wasn't moving as an animal, but they've had to interact with me like that because my relationship was so bad. But that doesn't mean I don't love you. Collectively, humanity. Why the fuck would I do this if not? Do you think this is going to be fun? People laughing at me like that? Making fun of me? They made fun of me my whole life and they laughed at me though, so it's not like something I'm not used to. Is it something that I deserve? No. But it's something I'm used to? Sure. I'm glad you've been sober for 3 years. Congratulations. Well, I mean, the higher civilizations are still with us. That's who that was in that craft in 2017. I know it was. I could feel it. They're not all bad like you think they are. It might be out of necessity. Like, how many of us are they willing to lose before they push the reset button? I don't know. They definitely want people to join them because they've lost in great numbers, that's for sure. Because they've been at war so fucking long. But we don't need to fight. The whole point of it is to end the fucking fighting. That's why I put that message up from Sailor Moon all them years ago about the Holy Grail video. Source was always talking to me. Help me save the world. Even when it's hard. You know? Usagi she didn't wanna kill Galaxia. She had no choice. She had to fight her. So, yeah, congratulations. Yeah. I always admire people that like have gotten over serious addictions like that. Um, Shit's been rough for me, so I'm dealing with it like as best as I can. This isn't something that I'm going to keep up. Um, at least, yeah, yeah, you want it to live. Yeah, I guess at some point you got to decide that you do, and then you got to decide for what for. Yeah, yeah. And so even if I just have to use the superpowers of my mind and heart to help save the world, I guess, then that's how it'll be done. But I can do it the other way too. That's what I always thought. Like, if they ever really try to kill me, I've always known that my powers would just activate right off the bat. You know, wouldn't that be something? Shit. Well, we're all certainly glad that you're still here, Michael, and I'm proud of you that you were strong enough to do that. Because honestly, my disconnection with my fellow man and woman this way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I that's one of the things with CPTSD is that it really does make you feel alien like you just don't relate to other people because of what you've been through, and it does change your perception of things sometimes if you forget how to get it back into balance or you lose control. Yeah. But it's better now. I learned over the years, and I learned how to feel them out, you know? So I guess it comes down to that a lot of people are going to go through this at different stages, I suppose. Maybe in every reincarnation cycle, it's not the same for everyone, clearly, in the stage of initiation. But you can go up a few levels in one lifetime. You absolutely can. And I think that that's what the point of it is like to get people to a certain level in one lifetime instead of having it take so many, you know? Maybe they're running out of members. I don't know. An army's being built regardless. I don't have to build it. It's been being built for a while. You can feel that. I'm not alone with this. You know, I feel very strongly that there is good out there and that they oppose deception. But it see, because the opposite side of things, they have to learn too. They need to grow too. And they're also going through an experience. At one time on the 108, we all play the role of the bad guy. It's just something that happens. Oh, shit, my tea. Because, and I played that role. I played that role at one time because if you don't know it, then how can you recognize it later, right? To help stop or change it or whatever. That's the whole point of it. It's a forever thing. The yin yang does not stay, it's in motion, always turning. Dark light, dark light. Like the cycle, like night and day. You can probably still see me. Here, I'll kind of position it so you can at least watch me smoking at the door. There. I saw these fires there. Wait. What? Are you near? Oh, no. No, I'm not. I don't know anything about fires. I hope they get those out. It's probably real fucking dry. This is the time of year. I gotta stop cursing. You're right. That's another thing. That's why I need to go outside and recalibrate. I'm cursing too much. No, I live in Ontario. So Manitoba is a couple provinces over. Yeah, Minnesota does, yeah. I had a friend that lived there too. She was a really nice girl. Her name was Rachel. She was funny as heck. When we went to the Lord of the Rings convention together, she was right. This was before pranks and everything got them on the phone. This is years ago. This was in 2003. And that girl was running down the hall, putting on a British accent, knocking on doors, pretending to be Orlando Bloom. Hello, it's Orlando Bloom. I've come to take you away. And then she'd fucking run. And oh my God, I swore again. But I almost pissed myself laughing in that hallway. It's me, Dominic Monaghan. I swear she was doing that. But she knew I was drunk. And so I didn't realize that she knew who she was pounding on doors. And they'd be like, oh, you. And they were all laughing. But it was the funniest thing to me because I thought she was doing it to random people. And then she drags me into the elevator. She's like, watch this. We go up to the top of the Sheridan Center Hotel. I'm like, girl, you can't go up there. The doors open. There's security guards on either side. She runs out of the elevator. See, I have self-control. She runs out of the elevator and goes, and man, I did it again. It stunk up there. It stunk. It stunk. I don't know why it stunk. It smelled like these men were sitting there farting. It was so gross. And Rachel ran out and goes, oh, and they're like, you can't be here. And she's like, I don't want to be here. It stinks. And it did. It was the worst smell I think I've ever freaking smelled in my whole life. Yeah. And we went to the top, but that was when there was who was there? Craig Parker from Lord of the Rings. There was a couple actors from Lord of the Rings there at the time. And I think that's like where, but why it stunk like that, I do not know. It stunk. It stunk. It was bad. But anyway, I almost peed my pants that day because Rachel is so funny. She was so funny. She's only like 4 feet tall. She was the funniest person. I was drunk for 4 days straight at the Lord of the Rings convention. I was drunk. I couldn't keep up with the British people and the New Zealanders and shit. I don't know how they do it. I was drunk for 4 days. Oh man, it was so much fun though. We had a blast. That was one of the best times of my life. But I will never forget the stench of that. Rachel ran out and accused them all of farting. She did. She's like, I don't even want to stay. You guys are up here farting like that. You stink. And she ran back in and we took the elevator back down. She told them right to them. And it's like she froze. Like she ran out and it's like a spell hit her. Like she froze in place. And it hit me too. It hit me in the face like it was the worst smell I ever smelled in my whole life. Oh, what was that? Oh, it stunk. Oh, like they were sitting there farting that whole time. What did you eat? You want to go outside, baby? You better not run away. I don't have time to go look for you, even though I will. Go. Well, I gotta put the fan towards the window. I hate cigarette stink. I promise you I'm not going to do this forever. I saw Santos do have a cigarette on his live stream, and I wanted one so bad. It's not his fault or anything. It could have been an organic cigarette. I don't know. Oh, Marvin, going back. Hey. I'm just sitting here. Dang. A storm's coming. I can feel it. The sky is getting all cloudy and dark. Storm cloud's coming. If that is a symbolic, I don't know what is. Ooh, cold. Oh yeah. And Rachel, my friend, right? The girl that said that stuff, she was a Mormon. And she was such a nice, polite person. But she told them that they stink. Like, anyway. Yeah, man. This is gross. Where are you, Meredith? So yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but Rachel was a Mormon, and she was such a nice girl. Like she was like, and I'm not being rude about this. Like I'm a nerd too. I was at the Lord of the Rings convention, but she was this short little friendly girl, funniest thing ever. And we were downstairs, and this is one of the funniest things I ever seen in my life. She was very comical. Like when she ran out of that elevator, it was like an anime. You know what I mean? She's just so theatrical. She froze like, oh, like she hit something, but it was a wall of stink. So then later, because we were there for 3 or 4 days, I can't remember now. It was called, it was in Toronto. It was a Lord of the Rings convention. And it was in 2003, and it was at the Sheraton Center Hotel. But Kim, do you think I remember what it was? Gathering of the Fellowship? Gathering of the Fellowship? Maybe. Anyway, we were downstairs in the lobby. Craig Parker walked in from being out somewhere or whatever, and he ignored all the fans like an asshole. Like, he has a shitty energy. He's so arrogant. I didn't like him. But there was this other fella. He played Galadmir. He was in the Two Towers, and he was one of the guards. And he was a nice fella. He was a fella from New Zealand. Let me see if I can look up his name. I'll tell you who he was. He was the nicest, like jolliest, funniest fella. Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers cast. He was with the king in the human realm. Bruce something. View full cast. Yeah, Rachel met Big Boyd. She met Dominic Monaghan. She loved those guys. I used to have a huge crush on Orlando Bloom, and now he grosses me the hell out. Yeah. Here, let me see. Whoops. Bruce Phillips? Is that him? I don't know if that's him. I don't think that's him. Hold on. No, I don't think that's him. What was his name? Anyway, so we're in the lobby, and these people walk in. And this other fella, like I'm saying, this guy who played in the Two Towers, he had a reddish type of beard and the Rohan stuff. Where is his name? He was talking to us, and he was the most friendliest guy. Anyway, him and Rachel somehow get into a staring contest, right? He's a little drunk, okay? He had a few drinks, but he was the funniest guy. And my friend is so short, so he's quite tall, and he's bent over, and they're staring at each other. Anyway, he loses the contest. He dipped her over and put one on her, kissed her so funny, like, and literally it was like she was getting electrocuted, like, when it was happening. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my whole life. And then we were all dying laughing. Everyone was dying laughing, even her. It was one of the funniest things that's ever happened in my whole life. And why can I not find this man? Anyway. Yeah, I'm sure his name was Bruce something. Lord of the Rings. The Two Towers was the one, right? Was it the Two Towers with that? Maybe just I'll look over the whole Lord of the Rings cast. Oh my god. But anyway, she was a funny girl. But again, she couldn't follow me into the whole aliens thing, and I lost a lot of my friends that way. You know? And maybe if I had talked about it in a different way, instead of, talking about aliens, that wouldn't have happened, maybe? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I can't really find. Oh, wait. He wasn't like one of the most popular people, but he's still familiar. Like, it's not like, Aomer's Riders. Yeah, it is. So, I don't know, man. Maybe the Kingdom of Rohan? Are we gonna. The actors that played in that? Aw. Well, it's too bad that I can't find his name. Because he was a really freaking funny guy. But from what we know about celebrities and stuff, I wonder why it stunk so bad on the top of the hotel. Because it was a really bad smell. Either they were farting and like they had something wrong with them. Because you shouldn't stink like that. Leader, no. Damn, that sucks. Wait, let me see if someone said it in the chat. Shit, I'm not even paying attention. Oh, hey, Inner Mystic. Hello, Stephen Kramer. Hey, Lacey, you look as pretty as a brown speckled hen scratching around the dirt looking for bugs. Well, thank you. Do I like the Tragically Hip? No. I couldn't even tell you not one song by them. I don't know who that is. I mean, I know of the band, but I couldn't tell you. I do like Guns N' Roses. I was singing that Radiohead. Oh, I do know these types of bands. Let me see. What did I? Superman's dead. I know that's them, but who sings that? Because I liked them. I think they're a Canadian band. Yes, I do have weed. Thank you. Why does Orlando gross you out now? Yeah, because he's a weirdo. And listen, like, I knew something was wrong with this guy when he's a very, very popular celebrity, okay? And he was out with Katy Perry, and they were on a surfboard, and he literally had no pants on. His dong was out. And he did this on purpose. There's paparazzi everywhere around these people, okay? That's a sicko weirdo thing to do. You know what I mean? After a while, like, I liked him as Legolas, but that's not who he really is, you see? Yeah. Isn't that weird? Like, why would you do that? Like, if that was my boyfriend, I would have knocked his ass into the water with the paddle. They were like paddleboarding, and his ding dong's out. Like, why would you do that? Because you're a degenerate. That's why. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, they probably did. Publicity stunt or whatever. But yuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do you have many Vietnamese restaurants in Canada? I don't know. There is one that I know of are a couple of them actually that serve Vietnamese dishes here. Like pho noodles, you mean? PHO? Yeah. Yeah, we do. I mean, it depends on where you go. Bigger cities will probably have better food, which, is something that I miss a lot. But yes, here. Hey, Mike Newcomb and the Midnight Headlights. Welcome. Oh, yeah, it's good to see you again. Oh, I remember you. Yeah, thank you for watching my video. You were one of the first people that told me that you appreciated the knowledge I was sharing. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Radio signal broken? What is that? Do you need a signal repair? Is that what you mean? Looks like a bandage. I don't really know. That's what I mean. I'm like sitting around here trying to talk shit about everybody, but there's just certain things. Like, I never really liked Ryan Reynolds. He always gave me a weird feeling. I didn't think he was funny. Like, and I still don't. And it turns out he is a fucking asshole. So, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they give this persona, but really these people are like dirtbags, I don't like that. For the most part. Yeah, it's true. They're actors. You got to remember that. So a lot of them are pretending to be something they're not, and that's why they take part in this sick shit. And they all think, I think that they're hoping for a culling in a way too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, my nervous system is, I'm cold too. Oh, I forgot about Marvin outside. Shit. Oh, okay. She's fine. Oh, she's hanging out. She's hanging out. It's kind of cold though. Frig. I might have to turn off one of the fans now because it's getting cold. Well, that's what I mean. It's like upside down world in that way, Oh, I didn't put my earrings on or anything when I got out of the shower. Oh well. Yeah, I know. You'll think, I know Christian Bale. Oh my God. I know. Did you hear him yelling at people? Ooh. That's a whole other kind of different. That's abusive. Like, that is something else. You know what I mean? Yikes. Yikes. That's his lower self, like, in a fucking, yo, these people think they're gods and that they can treat people like that. But yeah, Christian Bale's another one of them. Like, how the character that he plays in Psycho? Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying he's actually like that, but that comes from somewhere. In order to be a good actor like that, you have to draw on that from someplace inside of yourself. Don't you forget that. I never do. That's why actors freak me out now. I didn't want to get into that for a reason. I could have, but I didn't want to. Oh. Somewhere along the way, they change. The reason why they were chosen is because they had this star quality and then they tarnish it on purpose. None of them start off this way. That's why we liked them, especially Tom Cruise. I know how it works. They tried to do this shit to me. It's the process of tarnishing pure souls, like your pure starseed crystal. That's what they mean by star quality. They told me I had that too. Mm-hmm. Hello, John Clark. It's good to see you. Hello, CC, by the way. Um, yeah, I'm well. We're on the road again. Well, yeah, it does, and that's the purpose of it. It should be called Hollywood. They think they're taking you on a road to heaven. No, they're sending you straight to hell, and they're doing it purposely. You know what I mean? That's why it means by selling your soul, you're trading it all for materialism. and they sell you. It's not that every actor is a terrible, evil person. There's two sides of it, right? There's people that choose to go that way, and there's people that do not. Like, for instance, Thomas Jane, who plays the Punisher, he ain't like that. He is not the same. The energy of Ryan Reynolds and the energy of that man, totally different. So there is a divide, and in Hollywood too, and it's probably very, very, very difficult for them. If I was there, though, is this going to get me in trouble? Fuck, you know this happens in places. Why didn't they take care of it internally on their own? Oh, he fell. Broke his neck. Yeah, he fell. He fell. Why didn't they take care of people like that? I don't know. If you see some evil fucking shit going on, why didn't they take care of it? I don't know. Maybe they were too fucking scared. I don't know. I ain't scared. Fuck them. They probably see some bad stuff happen though, and it gives them even more real fear of it. It's really awful. And I don't know Thomas Jane or anything. I watched one interview with him as like it was actually on the fella who interviewed me. Okay. On what the UFO with Caleb. Remember I talked about that? That comes out on June 6th. Or at least it should. I haven't talked to the guy in a while. But he keeps posting stuff over and over, so my interview's probably coming up. He said by June 6th, so that'll be good. And that's one of the reasons why I have to talk about some of this stuff now, is because I actually talk about the antediluvian age and having superpowers. So that might have some people coming around that, are wondering if I'm an absolute crazy person or not. Which is kind of good because it'll gain attention to the information I'm trying to share to people, because it's really not about me. Like I said, what I want for me, I want for all. Oh, I forgot about Marvin again. I'm going to have to get them inside. Marvin! God damn it! She's literally just gone under the fence. Hold on. I'll be right back. Fuck. Knew that was happening. Marvin, fucking fence. Why didn't you fix my fence? Fuck. One sec. All right, come inside, you guys. Come on. Come on. You guys come inside. Hey, no. Marvin, God damn it. Don't you run away again. Come on, man. Inside. It's gonna rain anyway. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If they'd only just listened to me, Dennis wouldn't be happy. All right. Right. Okay. Thanks, Pasta. What you see in me is also in you. Welcome. Hmm. Well, I mean, they really like this world they've built for themselves. They do pretty well in it. Everyone thinks they're gods. They think that, every time they speak, people hang on their every word, even though they're just talking garbage. For the most part, I mean, I don't know. In this way, it's almost like, oh, well, we are the artists and poets of the. Ugh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Yeah, I get it. I don't know how. No, it's just their time. It is their cycle. Hopefully, you'll be washed clean to that, and you won't need that anymore. God, that's immature. Like, sure, celebrate your gifts, celebrate who you are, the divine created you as. But what the? You're all insane. You drank the crazy Kool-Aid. That's what happened to you. I don't know what the fuck happened. Lady Gaga expresses it in a music video where this black goo shit. It's kind of like venom. It gets on them and they can't fucking get it off and then it just takes you over. That shit. Money and power goes to your head. It corrupts. That's what it is about. The corruption of a pure soul, heart, and soul. They just corrupt it with materialism and this making you think like, oh my God, like you're the best person. Everybody wants to be you. And like, oh, it's like I am in the completely opposite place of where I used to be at. And that's not an easy place to be, right? Well, yeah, the black goo from the X Files, sure, but that's also symbolic as well, right? Like, what happened after the black goo took him over? Because somebody else has told me that. JB from JB Spooky Reviews, we talked about that. Yeah. So, what happens after that guy steps in that black goo? Does he go crazy or evil or something? What happens? Because I don't even know. Many times it's been the quiet ones that are the important ones, not the ones that say, look at me, for real. Yeah. Fuck. Like, this definitely, like, I always, what's the matter? Oh, they're fighting now. Get her. I don't know. But they make you think that, just like someone's done that, most likely. Either it's that thing standing behind David Wilcock, I'm Archangel Michael. Oh my God. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. I forgot to go. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, in the TV show, what happens with the black goo? Black goo, they get taken over and usually die after being used. Well, that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what I was talking about. What do you think they did with Whitney Houston? They sacrificed her for that reason. They used her for what she was good for, and when no more, they get rid of them, just like Michael Jackson. So that is exactly what the black goo was. I was seeing it right. X-Files was just a visual representation through fiction. But that's why they tell you. They're telling you the truth in certain ways through TV and movies all the time. They do. Yeah. Of course they die after being used. What good are they then? Then they just move on to somebody else. It's like a cancer, really. Cancerous virus that just passes on from one to the other. They just use whatever they can. It's because they didn't got that. And so they got to do it through other people. The fucking losers. Whoopsh, whoopsh. Yeah. So, art reflects life, I guess. Like, good for them. Yeah. So what should we do? Should we go into the wish box before I say goodnight or what? Because I'm starting to get hungry and I can't smell cat shit. I don't think anybody's shit, but I just got some things to do. The cats probably need more food or whatever. So, I might smell shit in a minute though, because I'm pretty. Did you take a shit? You probably did. Well, what about factory workers? What do you mean? Well, you mean the free slave labor force that they have going on? They get everybody to work for them, pay their taxes, and make them rich? Is that what you mean? This place. But, you want the wish box? It's just positive well wishes that I give out to my subscribers if you want that. But it's almost been 3 hours, so we'll probably clear that up. Like, I would just like a peaceful resolution. Like, you don't need to call humanity. You just need the right people to help inspire them to change. That's all. It might require a little bit of ass whooping, but that's okay. We can work that out, They may even, because I truly do not feel or believe that they'll do another world war. If they were going to do that, they would have done that already, okay? But what they might do is to create a tremendous change and accelerate it in that way, is to pretend like they're gonna maybe even start some proxy war type of shit, and then have these higher dimensionals with their UFOs intervene, you know what I mean? And introduce it that way, right? This is just like a feeling or a guess or whatever, or my 2 cents about it. But if they were going to do something like that, they would have done that already. I don't really think that benefits anybody. Not in the ways that, they would hope it would. But I can't say that I don't understand or see why they would think, well, shit, we got to call them. But it's not necessary. I just think that they didn't think that there was maybe any other choice. I don't know. Yeah. I think they just wanted something to show them different. I think there's a lot of people that live in that kind of state of being, and maybe, they express things in a way because they'd like to see something happen in real life, And I mean that whether it would be the Galactic Federation actually showing up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really like to call them that because it's what Elena does, but a group of multi-race superhero people, not all the same, they look different, people's from all over the place. Fuck, how are you supposed to explain that? Like the Jedi? Is that everybody has their own skills and abilities and stuff, like superheroes do, just different. Oh, good, my tea is here. So yeah, I don't know. I think that, like I said, there isn't these two sides. It's one side that's combined now, and they are working together for a common goal. It just may not seem that way, but it is. I don't think that the culling is necessary. There's been already stuff, but like I was saying, they would rather sacrifice the flock than give it up to have a force that would overpower them. I think they've always been worried about that especially like that's why, the government, I'm not sitting around thinking the government spies on me or whatever, but that's why they have been monitoring people in the secret space programs the way that they have to see what kind of progress. And this would be the negative side because they definitely don't want you to beat them. But they may have overlooked me until it was too late, and now they must not know what to do. But if it means anything, no, Russia has nothing to do with it. The demonization of Russia has been going on for so damn long. That pisses me off too. I don't see a difference between the reptilian racism and how Russia has been demonized. No, that has nothing to do with them. Leave them alone. They didn't do nothing to you, and they don't give a fuck about you. Or America. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They've been bullied and demonized all this time. They are not a threat. Don't worry about them. And even if they are playing something on the grand stage, honest to God, it would be better. If I had to choose between Justin Trudeau and him, I'd choose him. Putin. Yeah. Not that I'm a supporter of Russia or a betrayer of my country or anything, but Trudeau is a douchebag. And at least Putin just tells it right it is, right? I mean, they're all part of it in the grand stage and the theatrics of things anyway, everybody. Because they're all underlying parts in this secret society fucking big-ass game bullshit. They are. They may have private sectors and corporations, but that's because they're all pretty much greedy as fuck. In certain ways, they are. And they all, have all this shit. So, but whatever. Like I said before, if they all want to go to Mars and stay there and fight amongst themselves, show off to themselves, write fucking books and show you, oh, look what I can do. Go and take Elon Musk with you. Like I said earlier. So you can get on the spaceships he built and go to Mars and leave the rest of us alone. So, no, it has nothing to do with any countries. This is higher above that. The higher civilizations, the breakaway civilizations, it's them. It's them that does this. Or Claudio says like the Anunnaki or the custodians or whatever. Everybody's got different names for it. But they make it seem like, it's two sides, but it's not. So, but it has to, because you got to work out. Like I said, you don't destroy your lower half. You integrate it. You become one. 2 in 1, like red and blue makes purple, right? You're something different, but made from those. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate you. Glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. And welcome, Spliff. Spliff. I'm just going to call you Spliff. Yeah. Well, I'm hungry. So it was good chatting with y'all. If you wouldn't mind praying for my protection, because I don't want to die. I don't want them to take me out, but I have wondered why they haven't, and that's probably why. It's not because I'm one of them or part of them or working for them or whatever. Definitely not. But I'm probably most unexpected. And they might be just waiting for me to fuck it up. But I'm not going to. And that's the thing. Like, no matter what happens, I will always triumph over it with truth and being real with myself and others. So it doesn't matter how and which way they come at me. Even like people that I've had personal relationships with, I know how I'm going to handle them. Don't worry about it. I've already thought it through. Everyone, even my family members. They call me Enchanter Tim. Remember that? Well, it would be a shame, right? Like, I don't want Elena to die. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. What a waste. If only we could form. That's why I tried to reach out to Corey Good. As fucking crazy as it seems, I see myself a little bit in that man. And so I had to at least try. But if only we could unify and tell them the whole truth, now people will forgive you. They will. It might take them time, but they will. Yeah. That's what when we first started the stream, I'm pretty sure Shadow Files let me know that they watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And then I recommended The Life of Brian because that one's really funny too. Throw him to the floor. What, sir? Oh, yeah. Throw him to the floor. Throw him to the floor. See, that's not trying to hurt people's feelings. It's just comedy. You know what I mean? It's just comedy. It's not meant to be offensive. It's meant to be funny. Enchanter Tim, you should watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And then you'll find out who Enchanter Tim is. Mm-hmm. He has a wife, you know. You know what she's called? Incontinentia. Incontinentia buttocks. That's probably one of the funniest scenes in history. Wait till Biggest Dickus hears of this. Like those ridiculous old Roman names, that's what they're making fun of. And the guy has a lisp. You know, it's not like we're making fun of people with a lisp, okay? It's one of the funniest things you'll ever see in your life. He's like, Biggest Dickus. He's like, I have a friend called Biggest Dickus. What's wrong with that? He has a wife, you know. You know what she's called? Yeah. Those were some good movies. Have you seen The Ringer? Like, with that guy from Jackass? The boxer? Does Donald Trump talk to higher dimensional beings? Absolutely not. No. Oh. Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. No, I've never seen it. But I know what you're talking about. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. No, it's just, because you think of what those guys did for money, putting nails through their testicles and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the? Oh, I remember one they gave this guy crabs on purpose. Like, what the hell? Yeah, that's why I remember stuff like that. What was that? Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville. Yeah, those, yeah. I mean, but again, like an actor. I'm terrible at making friends, but I just don't, I don't know, man. Those people give me the creeps. They do. They do. What you are doing is, it seems so dishonorable to me. I can't. I can't. So, but I don't know if that's like been done to them, like a lot. That's why they abuse them and they'll do things to them and be like, oh, well, we got it on tape. So if you, get out of line, we'll release it, things that could wreck a person. Like, a lot of them have to pretend not to be gay to be famous and stuff like that. So, oh, yeah, okay. I told you someone was going to take a dang shit. Yeah. All right, everybody. It's weird how we got there. Well, of course, they sell themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means by selling your soul like that. Yeah. Oh, Salem, I got to go clean that poop. So we're going to wrap it up now, all right? But I will come back and I'll talk to you again really soon. Yeah. Yeah. I told you. I had a feeling, He just stinks. He takes these big poops, like big logs. Anyway, I got to go clean his logs now. All right. So thank you for being here. I will try to pre-plan live streams. It's just I never really know when's going to be a good time to communicate with others. So, but I am trying my best, and it's just one step at a time. But yeah, I'm not perfect, and I'm definitely not trying to be anything, anything other than what I really am, but we can talk about like the psychological part of it. If anyone's curious about things, I can talk about it in more depth. I'll never lie to anybody, and I'll always just tell you the straightforward truth, especially about observations that I've had about myself and the way things have affected me. I think that it's important to finally have a real and honest and true experience that's not filtered or exaggerated or changed in any way for any reason. You see what I'm saying? I think it's important for like the science and the meat and potatoes of it, so that really we can have a better idea of what's overall going on, and kind of end that confusion, which is what draw me to the Nos Confunded stuff, Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Claudio, so what the fuck am I supposed to say, right? I could be mad at that guy all day long, but at the end of the day, he did help. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. Okay, well, it's not. I mean, I'm just joking, like, ain't that a bee? It's almost like saying ain't that something. But that's okay. The cats are fighting. Shitting and fighting. Oh, 3 a.m. Well, have a good day at work. Enjoy the time. I hope you sleep well and go on fun spirit adventures while you're dreaming. And then you'll remember some of this stuff for you, and one day you'll be able to tell your stories, okay? Even if you want to make anonymous channels, people, share the things you remember from your lucid dreams. It helps other people. It's the only way we're really going to figure things out. Don't be afraid. Fear holds you back from your truest and greatest potential, okay? Take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon as I can, all right? Oh, I do this every damn time. Good night. Okay, take care. Bye. Thanks for being here. Oh, where's my mouse thing? There it is. Bye.